welcome back to the second game between Med and Fistung. I'm joined by Lovenji again. How are you doing, Lovenji?
I'm doing good. Doing really good. Looking forward to another pressure point game. These tend to be quite aggressive.
They're going to be quite interesting. It's good to see how players adapt their strategy when they've got the entire map and all the wildmen to convert. So we've just seen a victory for Med there. Fistung looked like had an early advantage, but didn't really attack Med at all the entire game. So in this game, he's going to have to be much more aggressive if he wants to contest a victory here, because this game is this map just it excels to be aggressive in here, because you need to get the wildmen, you need to get your troops up, you need to just take control as much of the map as possible. There's 1,000 things to do here, and it's good to see how what players do first and how they go about doing it and setting up their base.
Yeah, absolutely, and there's 1,000 things to do, and that makes it quite exciting to cast as well, because you've got to watch where the shamans are going, you've got to watch and try and see what converts are going down, see what people are building and where people are building, and what decisions the players make. Like we can see a very quick Fire Warrior hut coming out from Fistung.
Yeah, whilst Med has gone for the Warrior hut, and he's also converting wildmen of green's base now, in the strip between green and blue. Red Shaman is in the blue side, getting wildmen there. But I feel like, they are converting these men, but they're also keeping them idle, which is a thing I've seen in the last game as well. People convert and then keep them idle. They needed to get them moving as smooth as possible to get that mana generated.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's arguably one of the things you don't normally think about when you're playing this game, because you don't typically have an unmanageable amount of men to convert, whereas when you're converting the Braves of 2 bases, it really is important that you actually prioritize, even if you're just patrolling them in a circle until you need them. Get those Braves moving so that you're getting faster converts, you're converting quicker, and the mana flow is just better.
Yeah, precisely. We've got Red's Warrior coming up now, but what Yellow coming up? He's got 2 Warrior huts. He's going to train some Warriors now, I would hope. He's got his towers up as if a normal PP. He's got multiple Braves here building 1 tower. Red could have gone and blasted those, but he looks like he's moving over to the Yellow base. Maybe going to try and blast those Braves up there, take some rogue wildmen that are still available in the back of green's base, and Yellow again with another Warrior hut. It's 2 Warrior hut up in that
Double
base.
Warrior hut. Yeah. So this is what I personally like to see on Pressure Point. I think this is the best way to play this variation of the map, this 1v1 with lots of wildmen. You're going to have way more population than you are ever going to see a green bar most of the time. So turn that population into an army and just start attacking.
I don't think we allied up, so I can't ping, but Red has got Yellow Warriors coming in his base, so he's going to mop them up quite easy. He's got his own Warriors event. He's got Fire Warriors in some of these towers. Yellow's still got his entire base to convert.
Yeah, and that's something I really like, Sponge has gone about building these standard PP towers for Yellow. Red's built half of them, but Red's actually filled them, which is what I like. So any of those Warriors that are just trickling in are going to get really softened up by Fire Warriors, and then Red's own Warriors can clear them up without taking too much damage, and he's got a really good defensive position that way.
I feel like it's something that a lot of players seem to maybe overlook, is the fact that when Warriors take damage, they aren't as strong. And I feel like players should be aware of this when they send Warriors past Fire Warriors in towers.
I think it's a very untypical trait of an RTS. If you think about, say, your Age of Empires, you have like a damage and a defense value and a HP value all as independent attributes that don't generally affect each other. Whereas obviously in Populous, the toughness is the damage of a unit. So I think it gets overlooked by typical RTS players, because you're not used to thinking, well, actually, as my unit gets weaker, he's actually fighting like he's weaker.
Yeah, precisely. We've got a lot of Warriors being trained from Red here, but he's just got them all in one training hut, whereas these Braves could be better spent maybe building some huts elsewhere. He's got a Warrior hut here. On the middle strip between him and Blue, he's not built anything else apart from a tower in Blue's base. While we look at Yellow base, he's got those. Oh, he's actually had them 2 Warrior huts attack. We've got a bug here where the Warriors sort of just run on the spot. He needs to command that Warrior, I think.
Yeah, this is a known one. If there is a population inside of a hut, they sometimes struggle to actually get into the hut to push it out. As you can see now, that Warrior's just stood at the back of the hut with the Brave in the same Warrior hut. He's just sort of stuck there, and now the Brave's jogging on the spot outside the hut. Weird troop behavior when it comes to buildings, and I'm actually really glad that people have been playing in such a troop-centric way. We've got a tornado on the Warriors that are
we've got a resync
and a died.
Yeah, I died again. A tornado there. He's going to have to cast that again to try and get them. Red's not even going to move them after the resync. Is that maybe being sportsman-like, or is he just not realised?
I don't think he cares that much either way. His Shaman is in position to deal with these warriors. The second tornado onto the Shaman is a much bigger problem, though.
Shaman's gone in the water, he's gone, and there's a fireway ran out the tower to attack the Shaman. He needs to get back in his tower here. No, he's running actually after him. I'm going to blast that fireway into the tower. Into the water, rather, and these other fireways need to fill these towers up. It looks, we're kind of seeing like a 1v1 pressure point here in terms of bases, because they've not really built much on the other lands, and the middle hasn't even been controlled either. It's kind of a lackluster 1v1, to be honest, because there are still a lot of wildmen to convert, a lot of bases to expand upon, and really we're not seeing that occur. We're seeing people slowly build up their main base and maybe put some more warriors out than you normally see, but right now it's nothing out of the ordinary.
Sponge has got what I like to call the Brave of Shame. Not one of them, but in fact 2 of them, which is just sitting in his frontline towers. Got their hands on their knees, just checking things out.
Yeah, well, you never know. Sometimes they can deceive a player. There's nothing shooting out of them, but then a Brave runs out and starts fighting. You never know. Throw the Shaman off, but the red Shaman's coming forward. Now I'm going to try and get the yellow Shaman. Another tornado from... Oh, okay, double tornadoes here. Look at the draw now. Who lands where? Red has survived. Can he blast the tornado to damage? Does he know how to do that? He's not doing it. Yellow Shaman's still in the tornado. He's still in the tornado. Looks like he survived. He's landed. Oh, he's still in the tornado. Is he just in the water? Oh, he's alive. Oh, my word, that was close. That was close.
That's the kind of tornado that gets upsetting to get stuck in, because you just feel like you've lost control of your Shaman for so long. The only way that could have been any worse is if she'd then drowned in the water.
Yeah. But I mean, Red had ample opportunity to blast the tornado. If you blast the base of the tornado, the Shaman still takes blast damage. So that's something that could have been done. Now let's have a look at the world view. We can see Yellow's got nothing in Green's base, just broken huts. Red is now actually starting to build additional huts in Red's base. But look at these wildmen between Red and Blue's base. He's got so many wildmen he should be picking up. He's picking up with some in the back of his base, but they're just stragglers compared to the groups that are available over there.
Sponge has spotted a large group at the back of Green base, and I suspect that's what he's moving. No, he's just changed direction. No, he's changed direction again. I don't know where his Shaman is going.
I don't know what we're seeing here. We're seeing... I mean, we've got some warriors coming from Red through the center. They're going towards the tower. They should be heading towards the other bases. I mean, there's so many wildmen here. This should be the priority for either Shaman right now.
Warriors from Red have actually gotten into the back of Sponge's base and are starting to damage some of the huts at the back of it. There were quite a few Braves.
We are at 8-minute mark in a 1v1 PP with both bases available. All these wildmen here are ridiculous. Oh, he's got some now. Before that convert, we were looking at 46 Fistung and 36 Med. That is such a low population for both players on a map like this.
And that really surprises me as well, because I thought Med started really strong and he built out quite quickly. He actually, if you look at the size of Fistung's base, he actually has outbuilt him quite considerably. But then you have to take into account that Fistung now has the blue base, and he's got huts in the blue base, and he has now started moving, taking these wild men for himself, so getting his own population up.
Now, if he gets these here, he's laughing. He can start bringing them over, building Green's base. What is Yellow's plan here? Because his base isn't particularly great. He's got a defense for his initial base, which is obviously it's better than Red's, but Red is getting some map security here. He's covering the map with additional things. Yellow here in the center. Maybe he's going to go for that trading hut over there.
I think Sponge has lost his confidence a little bit. You know, he tried the initial push with warriors, but now that it's reached a point where they're getting killed, he's trying to play this a lot more like a normal 1v1. You know, he's moving the Shaman a lot, and not to convert. He's trying to find angles of attack. He's been throwing out tornadoes. You know, he's playing a lot with his Shaman right now, and you know, he's barely training warriors in this.
He's distracted by these individual warriors here, whilst this building is over there, trading hut is over there, just training more. Red Shaman is actually in between Yellow and Green base there. Just putting pressure on Yellow now, and Yellow's just sort of stuck in his own base, not really doing anything. We've got more troops from Red coming out through the set now. That's a lot of warriors. We'll see what he plans to do with those. Red just going around converting as well. Yellow just sort of sitting back.
You know, Sponge is really saying he does not care about Green base, so if I was Fistung with all those Braves I just converted, I'd start building in Green. because at worst comes to worst, you know, Yellow does decide to take that position back. He's got to dislodge, destroy your buildings before, and then wait for the damaged ground before he can even use it.
Correct.
You know, 3 bases to 1, you're always going to win, even if you play a little bit messy.
There's still Wildman in Blue's base, just ripe for taking. Even in Red's base, Red can respawn, take all these Wildmen, head over to Blue base, which he has got sort of somewhat secured. There's so many Wildmen between Red and between Blue and Green's base. It's something players seem to be neglecting in this. It's just they sticking to the usual meta of, you know, PP, but things need to be changed. People need to adapt in this tournament because, like you say, the entire map is available to them.
Big troop push coming in from Sponge, but there's Fire Warriors here. There's Warriors patrolling, and there's a Shaman about, so I think all these Warriors have just been set to their own death. Yeah, let the Blaster sending them into the water. Warriors can't swim.
Something I've noticed as well is lack of awareness. People seem to send troops in just after they've killed the enemy Shaman and not realising that the enemy Shaman's going to respawn and just take those troops out. So unless your Shaman's with them, it's just, you're wasting your troops.
Yeah, I think personally, especially on maps like this, normally the better play is to send your troops to whatever base the enemy Shaman is not at. Like right now, Sponge isn't in his base, so this is the perfect time to spread out those Warriors and get in there.
Needs to get them into this tower, protect the Shaman. Yellow Shaman's coming back now through the centre, back to the base. Realise what's going on. Yellow can get these Warriors blasted, which he does. Is our lightning going to hit the Yellow Shaman here? Has Red got anything? He has got the shot. There we go. Now he's in the base with Warriors. This could be absolutely devastating. This could be it. I think we could definitely go into a third game here. Well, saying that though, we've got the 2 warrior huts in green space being rebuilt and are getting retrained. A good blast there, knocking these men. Just needs to clear these up, take out the trading huts, separate the men up, and take out the braves. These men here that are taking out the huts, good enough. Move on to the next hut. Take the roofs off so they can't spawn any more population. Shaman's back at Seek and Red. So we've got blast battle here. Shaman battle. Red's falling into the water though. He's got some fire warriors coming in to try and assist, but probably a bit too late.
It's a shame. I really liked what I think Red was trying to do here, which was set up that core camp that we talked about in another game, and you know, actually keep Sponge's Shaman permanently dead. Because they've started patrolling by the core, so it was the beginning of a core camp, just slightly too late.
Again, though, there was a fire warrior in that tower there, which is just killing those fire warriors. Just trying to run past that. I mean.
Warriors can run past towers, Fire Warriors not so much.
Situational awareness there, not at its best. Yellow now with some Warriors coming from the green base towards the centre. Red is still... Look at these Warriors in... Wildman in Blue's base, Lovenji. This is insane. Red needs to get over there now. Ignore Yellow. Get these babies.
My God.
Jesus Christ. He's got them in his own base
I'm pretty sure the Wildmen have the highest pop on the map right now.
Oh my word, the amount of Wildmen still available that aren't being converted. That's what we've been saying for the past 4 games. People aren't converting enough Wildmen.
You really don't need to attack with your Shaman, because what did Fistung do with his Shaman once he got in there? He blasted the Warriors, sure, but then he stuck around, lost the Shaman duel, when he could have blasted those Warriors, left his Warriors in the base, and gone off on a convert again.
I mean, I can understand he's dying needlessly here, but I can understand if he's thinking, I've got him on the back ropes. I'm going to finish him off. Keep the pressure high. I can do this because Med is in no good situation either, so he can't really get out to convert those men. But it's not working for him. And we've got these warriors that have been trained up from yellow, coming from green base to yellow base to try and help beat those. But if yellow can just get out of there, get over to the green base, head over to the blue base. He can take out the blue base with all those additional braves and just really swing things into his favour. But we'll see what happens, because I'm intrigued how this might turn. It looks like it's in Red's favour, but I wouldn't count your cheats.
There is a large number of warriors for Med now, so he's basically got a last hurrah with the population he has left, as all of his upgraded huts have now been destroyed. He's lost control of his main base. It's highly likely, if Fistung ever gets this fire warrior out of this dang tower.
Look, here we go, look.
Oh,
Med's
there he goes.
Warriors towards blue base, plus his Shaman to convert all these men. This is going to swing the game in his favour. He's currently behind by 14 population, 16 populations behind, but getting all these wildmen, he's going to get 30 wildmen here, plus devastate Red's land here. Oh, Red Shaman is Halo on the defence. Let's see what he's got. He's getting a wildman. He's getting a wildman. Look at that. He's beating him to the punch. He's running back. He's actually made him run away. He's got a couple of wildmen there. Red's going to do the same.
Don't know if running away was the right choice there. I think you had to contest that because it really was your last ditch effort.
Yeah, I think he was right to pull the
in.
warriors back, but he should have at least tried to attack the shaman if he had anything. But maybe he's just so low on mana that he wasn't able to cost. I mean, look at yellow's base. It's gone. It's gone.
Yeah, all red has to do now is set up a core camp here, and then the next shaman kill decides the game. Oh, there is a tornado.
He gets a core camp up. It's, red's free to convert the entire map. Red's in the water now, though. Another fortunate tornado for yellow. No towers in the blue base might have cost red. Because yellow could push forward with those warriors now if he's still got them. It looks like you send them towards red.
Yellow's warriors are dying.
Oh, red's pulling. Red needs to send them straight back. Send them. Okay, the shaman's going now. He can. Yeah, no, run away now. The shaman's going. There we go. He's listening to me. Right, but red's got them fire warriors going up now. He's going to try and get this core camp up. You can see he's got them patrolling. The shaman's running back again. Okay, red's. This is red's game to lose. There's still a lot of wildmen in blue's base. He could still build some towers here, get some fire warriors in them for defense. I think that's what he needs to do. I mean, red's towers in his main base are crazy. They're just all over the place. His
I'm not sure those fire warriors are close enough for a true core camp, although that is high ground, so they might be able to reach.
I will see. We will see.
We'll have to see, but... Oh, big battle between warriors here on yellow's side.
Oh, yellow's getting rinsed.
I think he was trying to free up the core camp, and red caught him.
That's great play by red to cut those warriors off. Now we need to keep those warriors safe because they're going to be weak. No need to send them in right now. Just let them regenerate a bit of health. Maybe send them for support in the main base. But it looks like he's sending them in. He's going for it. They're going to get blasted in the water if he's not too careful.
At this point, the amount of wild men available on the map, the fact that Sponge is trapped, all you have to do is pick a shaman out.
He went for the warriors and got sniped by the lightning. This is it. This is game. If we do a quick population count right now, Lovenji, I'll tell you nice and live. We're at 72 for Fistung, 35 for Med. Med has surrendered. That's game 2 to Fistung. 1-1.
We go to a game 3.
1-1 in round 2. Oh, I love a game 3. As long as it's not PP or narrow passage, Lovenji, otherwise I'll be very disappointed.
It can be. That was one of the updates. That was one of the updates to the rules.
It can be.
No, it can't be. I took that feedback on board. So the rules changed.
Spice it up a bit.
Yeah, the rules changed. So I told you about the 4 restrictions that can be changed. Players can no longer pick pressure point or a narrow passage for the 3rd map. Whoever wins the coin toss does not pick the base that they start in. And then players cannot turn Fog of War on for any of their games because it's killing people's processors.
Right, well, there we go. I'm excited now to see the 3rd game. We'll see you there, guys, for that one. Thanks for watching this one. Thanks for being with me, Lovenji.
Thank you as always.